rounds to go in Season 13, and we're in Rome, and R10 on pole from JD Venter and David Kaminer. Then it's Solos Kind from Daniel Bogdasarov and the other Volkswagen of Iron Families. B Dragon Sonic, the championship leader, only 7th for him, and then it's Yukisuo, Ukable, Dav Sanchez, and Akari. Mio Wright is 12th, then it's Jaco Tigranes, Leo, and the other Lamborghini car, Marcus Nelson. Then 69 of Marcus Nelson, MF1 World, the home driver Ravo, only 18th, and it's Papa Maldonado, Theodore Schumacher, Bob, and Sebo Campo.
Just feel the music.
4 rounds to go in season number 13, with everyone still in the running for a race win here in Rome. All by lights go on, and we go green. And that's a very even start from the top 2 on board with the home driver Ravo, as everyone's dropping down into turn 1. And not Kiwi look at a pretty good start, covering up a line before JD Venter to try and take the position. They almost go 3-1 into turn 1. Little bit of contact made between the race leaders, and not Kiwi leading the way. Dav Sanchez with a 5-second time on pit, and Tinto Gold, one of the drivers there. We're going to go on board with Sebo Campo, and I believe that could have... Yeah, that is with Akari. Akari missing half of his front wing. Ravo up into 14th place, 4 points away from the points for the home driver. Mahavir Lagunason got himself up into P10 coming out of turn 1. Marcus Nelson down in 19th for the Lamborghini Mako driver, who has decided to start on the hard side, so he'll be able to go far into the race, probably around lap 6, lap 7. But out in front, Red Bull Formula E team look to finally have a good race on their hands, but they're not really leading the way from JD Venter and David Kaminer. Iron Families here currently in P4 with Solos Kind and Daniel Bogdasarov right on his tail, and there is Solos Kind coming through the final turn. Somehow misses out on a potential P4 there, self the Spaniard. And in fact, Bogdasarov right on the back of him, whereas B Dragon Sonic and all of this, he is currently being hounded by Yukisuo. There goes Bogdasarov pulling out into the pits. Has come the pinnacle car of Akari, so he'll drop down to the back. And there goes Daniel Bogdasarov. It's a late move, late lunge, and all he can do is hold on to that P6 position. What a very wise man once said. All he can do is hang his head in shame in that failure of an overtake. Further back though, Ragunathon and there's fight for P8 going on, including Mahavir Ragunathon, Yukisuo, Mealrez, I believe. Mealrez actually quite a ways away from this, and Ukable at the head of this, who is hounding B Dragon Sonic now after getting up into P8. Is hounding the back of that hyperdrive car. But Bogdasarov pulls out on Solos Kind, and that is 5th place for the French driver, almost called in Spanish. So lap 2 of 13, we're about to start lap 3 of 13, 10 to go. And I think Kind, he does pull out, he pulls out to the inside, doesn't take that opportunity. B Dragon Sonic right on the back of him, however, and he is closing in on the Jaguar Formula E. The car closing in on the Panasonic Jaguar here. He pulls out to the inside, and before he even reaches turn 1, he's in his mirrors. Now that is 6th place for B Dragon Sonic. He tries to go for the tie, and it's a switchback for B Dragon Sonic. How has he managed that without getting a penalty? He's definitely got offline there, and he sacrificed the inside line by trying to get away with that, but he has gotten away with that P5 overtake. That's the ballsy move of a champion, if you ask me. And here goes Bogdasarov. And almost into the wall went B Dragon Sonic ahead. Stone cold defense and offense from B Dragon Sonic ahead. As Bob has found a 5-second time penalty. He's lost his front wing. Has the Renault Edams driver. Unfortunate for him, but we keep racing. It was only a light yellow flag. Bogdasarov still on the back of the Nigerian driver, no DRS coming into the final turn, but it is still one of the best overtaking opportunities on the track, as JD Venter has gotten past an Kiwi. We missed that overtake to the lead, but still Red Bull probably on for a good result. A podium result is into the pits from the top three, all in the pits now. So Fabness will stay out. B-Dragon Sonic pits, so we'll go on board with the hyperdrive driver, going on to the medium side. How quick is this pit stop going to be? That's the freestanding pit stop from the hyperdrive guys. And it's almost at the fast third sector of anybody. As the other hyperdrive now barreling into turn one, almost hitting Leo there. Leo forced very wide there, almost touching the Italian. But no shenanigans to be found here as he's gone past Salas Kynes, and Kynes has a puncture. Salas Kynes with a rear puncture. Oh, he was going for a high point today. And we've got virtual safety guys out of the race. Has got UK Ball, a championship contender, season 10 World Drivers Champion out. And I believe that means he cannot go for the season 13 championship. And looking at the guy who was leading most of last season, the Panasonic Jaguar 55 of Salas Kynes as the virtual safety car ends. He's far out of the running for any points. He's 11th. He's going to come into the pits. The guys behind him release. And my oh my, was this unfortunate. There goes Camino and a not Huey. That might as well just be putting a lap on the driver. There goes B-Dragon Sonic, Akari, Bogdasarov. Speaking of Akari and Bogdasarov, the number 10 car. He's got worse tires than the cars ahead of him, but he's still putting up a good fight. Punching above his weight is the number 10 car. The Pinnacle FE. He saves it down the inside through the bunker and just loses out on eventual grip, really. That's all he's really lost out on. Dav Sanchez with a 5-second time penalty again, and that's for colliding with Milrez is ahead of him, who is low on tire wear. They're both low on tire wear coming through this first lap. And Huey also with a problem, and he's in the wall, facing the wrong direction. It's the pole sitter of Huey. What has happened with the Red Bull driver? I think he just collided with David Cameron. Yes, he has. And into the wall, has gone past Maldonado out of the race. Has gone past Maldonado out of the chicane. There is the other Jaguar car, and Jaguar's day goes from bad to worse to unbelievable. My goodness me, one driver in 21st place, 48 seconds off the race lead, currently getting his tires changed after having a puncture. The other driver out of the race. Like Braun's day, but worse, because at least Braun had the car in the points. Virtual safety car ending as we're on board with David Camino, who is 4 tenths ahead of B-Dragon Sonic. And what is wrong with Theodore Schumacher? And the Skoda car has a puncture as well. What is causing these punctures so early into the race? That's the second time this race we've had a rear puncture. It's just the same rear tire. It is the same rear tire as Salas Kynes. And unfortunately for the Skoda team, it is going to be another disappointing finish. As Marcus Nelson currently leads the way from Sebo Campo and JD Venter. And JD Venter for South of Africa. Volkswagen Formula E team doesn't quite see an opportunity to make a pass. Considering that the three drivers ahead of him have to come into the pits, provisionally it is JD Venter from B-Dragon Sonic and David Camino. Seb Ocampo going very wide, coming through turn 3 into turn 4 we go then with the Andretti driver almost hits the wall, as does Marcus Nelson, but up into second place goes JD Venter, the current fastest lap holder around from this track. As Theodore Schumacher has currently made his way into the pits. What is happening with Akari? So he's just coming to the pits, as we've been told. But there goes JD Venter into the lead of the Prix. Mahavir Raghunathan, on the other hand, has been given a time penalty. Look at this field spread, fighting over P7. There goes Rabo, trying to take P8 from Yuki Suo, and in turn takes P9 from Minot Huey, so that is 2 points for the Roman driver. He can't lunge on Suo here. He's too far back. Marcus Nelson has decided to pit. Sebo Campo either staying out. How long is the DS Andretti car going to stay out for? Definitely waiting for another virtual safety car to come out, but that'll only help him if the virtual safety car comes out very late into the race, and off into the wall, and on his side out of the race. And that's one well done, Bob. That way down. That is Skoda also scoring no points as of now in this race, and Bob out of the race. What happened there? He just slid into the wall, it seems. And this, if the virtual safety car can stay out for long enough, will help. No, it can't help. So I can't play. It's ending now. The VSC has ended. We have 6 more laps in this Romy Prix. 6 more laps in this jam-packed Romy Prix. Ocampo nowhere near the back of JD Venter to try and take a run at the car ahead of him. As Iron Famine is fighting over 10th place with an Oculi. Both drivers with a 5-second turn will be very close between both drivers. They've given each other just enough room to breathe, or at least hyperventilate. As JD Venter streaking off into the distance. Leo trying to take P8 from Rabo. Not quite close enough to do it there. He's gonna get DRS at this next opportunity. JD Venter pits again. David Camino pits again. Sebo Campo. This strategy might actually work for him, because he's currently leading the Prix, and he hasn't pitted yet. There goes Daniel Bogdasarov, almost into 2nd place. Has he taken the position away from the Nigerian driver? Not quite yet. Coming into turn 3, Yuki Suo on the back of the DS Andretti driver currently in P3. There goes Yuki Suo. He's going to send it down the inside. Can the Japanese driver make a samurai move? And Bogdasarov is out! B-Dragon Sonic has lost part of his front wing coming through that chicane, and there is the Andretti car. Virtual safety car again, as the leaders will likely pit this lap. Yeah, I believe that the top 4 will probably come into the pits at the end of this lap. I've lost half of my votes, you guys. This virtual safety car is still out there. I believe it will end now. Yeah, it's ending. Virtual safety car ending this lap. Very strong there from everyone. We go racing again. Yusuo on the back of B-Dragon Sonic, hoping to try and take P2 from here. Sebo Campo, however, if he can pull this off, he is Andretti has pulled up a master stroke of the strategy. He is off. I don't know who's gone off. Someone's gone off. That is Salas Kynes has gone off into the wall, missing his front wing. As that is Daniel Bogdasarov making it. Not Daniel Bogdasarov. As into the pits. Oh my goodness, so many drivers into the pits on that lap. That is Rabo staying out. Ragunison also staying out. Track's been cleared in that 2nd sector. As Salas Kynes, yeah, he's missing his front wing. Rabo on the back of Mahadu Ragunison. They're really struggling for grip out here with 4 laps to go in this Romy Prix. Can the Italian driver Rabo in the number 7 come home and overtake the number 69 car? Mahadu Ragunison ahead as we come into this tricky chicane. Let's take it up. Almost every driver who's come through it. No yellow flags yet, but it's very close to the wall for everyone. Out of the race has gone Jaco Tigranes. There is the other Lamborghini Nato car of Jaco Tigranes. Mahadu Ragunison just about skating by with no damage. Rabo almost looked like he could have taken the position away from the car ahead. And Sebo Campo currently leading this pack of drivers who have currently pit for a 2nd time. David Camino also pit again, but way earlier than these cars, and he's basically going to be struggling to grip from the end of the C3. So if you finish with a lap 8, I believe you should be able to go to the end of the race. You might need to put it down around lap 12, I don't know. Taylor Sumac has decided to come into the pits for a 2nd time. He's leaving the pits now as Mahadu Ragunison, the race leader for Red Bull SE, currently rounds out the final turn, and I believe he might need to come into the pits. Does he pit? Yes, he does. The Red Bull SE car comes in with Raylo and Dav Sanchez, as well as Marcus Nelson. JD Venter staying out there for Volkswagen with Akari coming in with, is that with David Camino? No, it's not Camino staying out. Ocampo, however, on the back of the brawn car ahead of him. And I think, yeah, that is Kamino who is gapping him. Your eyes are not tricking you. David Kamino gapping the Andretti car ahead of him. He was until just then. I think Kamino is going to have a very good shot coming through turn 3. They go side by side in entering turn 4, and Sebastiano Campo up into second place in the E3. Nice move from the rookie driver, going for his first ever driver's title. And that is a very slow moving Red Bull of an Ocui. Does he have an issue? No issue on that car. Getting past Ina Fabulous there. Get the track limits warning as well as that. Sebo Combo in the fastest second sector as well. And he's chasing after JD Benson, chasing after this roaming free victory to try and win his first ever driver's title in his first ever season as the FEMC. JD Venter pulls in. JD Venter into the pit lane. 2 laps to go. Sebo Combo sets the fastest lap. It's a 1:10.416. 2 laps to go. Kamino also in. B-Dragon Sonic currently in second. 8 seconds away from this man, Sebo Campo. He was so far back in the order. He was basically nowhere. He started on the hard tires and an Ocui. Oh, he's gone very wide. He's hit. The Iron Fabulous fighting over the final position on the podium. As coming through the chicane is Sebo Campo. He's had a very good race so far. All he has to do is string it together to have a very good finish on board with the Iron Fabulous. And that's very wide from an Ocui ahead. Matthew Ragunison setting a fastest first sector of anyone. And as he tries to get past, muscles his way alongside. He's going to need to dive deep coming through this turn. Not quite deep enough to try and take 5th place away from Leo in P5. I do believe the race leaders, top 3 drivers, will probably come into the pits at the end of this lap. It would definitely serve as an incredible finish to the C3 if they did, but I think they could or they couldn't. Into the pits comes Sebo Campo! On the penultimate lap of the E3! I called it! He's into the pits! B-Dragon Sonic pits! Does an Ocui come in? Yui comes in, Babinus leads the way here in Rome! And he's gonna try and roam into a race win. Mahavir Ragunathan and Mealres fighting over the second place. Ragunathan fighting for a second. Mealres fighting for his first ever podium position. Babinus with a 5-second time penalty. He's got a 5-second time penalty. So they are fighting for the lead on Mealres and Ragunathan. They're not allowed to come into the pits again. Rabo on the back of this fight. He's also fighting for a race win at home. So coming through turn 4. And almost into the wall when Mahavir Ragunathan into the wall has gone Yuki Suo. This race here in Rome has gone apocalyptic at the end with only 2 more tours around this track. 1.5 to be more accurate. Ragunathan leading the way from Neil and Rabo if we ignore Iron Fabulous because of his second penalty. Can Rabo get past Mealres muscling past the blue and yellow Renault Edam's car? The Renault Edam's team that coming the first ever FEMC title very convincingly, fighting with Hyperdrive, the newest champions in this championship. They're going side by side onto the final lap of the E3 we go. Babinus from Ragunathan, from Rabo, from Mealres, from Suo, from Nelson, from Sanchez, from Ocampo. That is the top 8. With only basically a minute left in this race, Ragunathan coming into turn 3 rather. He's right alongside Iron Babinus coming into this second chicane on the track. They draw level into the breaking point. They go and into the wall and out of the race. I've gotten the 2 of them. The pair of them both in the wall. Mealres also hits it. Marcus Nelson's just about getting away from it. Still yellow flags in the second sector. It's all happening here on board with B-Dragon Sonic as he approaches this part of the track. Track's been cleared, but out in front, Iron Babinus, he's got a 10-second time penalty. He's not winning this race. He's not on the podium. It's the man behind him. The man from Rome. The Hyperdrive driver in the number 7. The driver who started on the 8th heat in this race. We've still got yellow flags in that sector, but coming into the Parabolica, it is Arnett Babness who is currently leading the way as Marcus Nelson sends it on Nearez. He's had the entire kitchen and the world thrown against him, but Raymond comes home and wins the Romy Prix. Nearez second, Marcus Nelson finally scores points in fourth on the road. Then it's Sanchez, Sam Ocampo, JD Vector, Camino, Zuo, and Ragu Nathan, your top 10 currently. Oh my goodness me, what a race! What a race! Solos Kind and Theodore Schumacher, they both hit the wall. Coming out of turn 2, we believe. Turn 4 rather. As they now cross the line. But my oh my. This race was epic with a capital E. Epic with a capital E. And this is your podium then. It's Ravo, who wins his home race, as he did in Season 2, driving for Mercedes. He drives for Hyperdrive Racing, and he's driven his way from 18th on the grid to 1st at the line. Well, 2nd at the line, but Babness is 10-second time penalty. Then it's Milrez taking home his first podium. The first podium in a long while for a Swiss driver. First podium in a long while for Renault Edams. And Marcus Nelson finally taking home points. He finished 3rd. The Dane finally getting points. Then it's Sebo Campo in 4th with the fast start from JD Venter, David Camero, and Arnett Babness. Then it's Yuki Suo in 8th from Mahavir Raghunathan and Akari. Speeddragon Sonic for the 2nd race in a row, unable to score points, just on the cusp of it. Then it's Leo in 12th, Dav Sanchez 13th, Inoki 14th, Carlos Hines 15th, and Theodore Schumacher in 16th. Your non-finishers were Paco Tijuana, Daniel Bogsaro, and F1 Road, Bob, Pastor Maldonado, and Ucable. In the driver's standings, coming into the final 3-round sprint, Speeddragon Sonic leading the way from Sebo Campo, David Cameron, and Raymo. Ucable is officially out of the title hunt mathematically. Wait, is he? No, he's still in it. Ignore me. He's 5th with JD Venter in 6th. The top 6, I believe, all within a mathematical shout of a World Drivers' Championship this season. Then it's Arnett Babness, Dav Sanchez, Milrez with that astonishing finish, tied with Jaco Tigranes. Daniel Bogstar and Carlos Kynes tied on points. Then it's Leo Bob tied with Inoki. Then it's Mahavir Raghunathan, Akari, Yuki Marcus Nelson finally off the marks, tied with Pastor Maldonado, and the 2 Skodas just bring up the rear of the standings. In the constructors standings, coming into round 11 in Sao Paulo, Hyperdrive Racing leads the way, 38 points ahead of Warm GP. Then it's Reti, Volkswagen, and Renault Edams. Then it's Rodin Motorsport, Lamborghini Mako, and Pinnacle FE, 1 point ahead of Jaguar. Then it's Red Bull FE team and Skoda Volkswagen Formula E team. That was the best race of the season. I think if the next 3 races don't live up to it, then I am sorry, I have disappointed you. But anyway, thank you all for watching so much, and we'll see you guys next time then when the Formula E Motorsport Championship returns in Sao Paulo.